the church and everything, our church hunt here in Florida since we've moved. And I'm also going to be asking you guys for a prayer request at the end of this video for our family, and I would appreciate your prayers. But basically, let's first begin. I have moved to Florida with our family. We absolutely love it here. It's amazing. I mean, it's like paradise. We're swimming all the time. We're at the beaches. The weather is beautiful. Everything's green. The people are really nice and normal. That's what I love is that people are actually normal here in a lot of ways. It's like almost like being back in the 90s or something. I just love it. It's not that weird fringe culture of, the far radical left type of style and just clothing and the piercings and all that crazy stuff is really a minority here versus the majority, which is what we came out of Spokane. But anyway, love it here. We have been church shopping. I did find one good church so far. It's a King James preaching Baptist church, and we are enjoying that. I'm enjoying the Wednesday night service with that. The pastor is going through the life of Christ, and he's harmonizing the different gospels and just giving us a good snapshot and an in-depth teaching on that. So I'm really appreciating that. I have a little bit of a cold. If I sound nasally, guys, sorry. But my first cold here in Florida. Kids went back to school and all that, and you know how that goes. So, but yeah, we're liking it. The church has been pretty good. We have been trying other churches. We've been going to this Wednesday night, sermon series on the life of Christ with the Baptist church. But then on Sundays, we're taking that opportunity to kind of church shop, check out different churches in the area, including some non-King James churches, some non-denoms, and kind of regular mainstream type churches, just to see what's going on out there in the church world, in church life. And as suspected, many of those, the people are great. I love the people. They're down to earth and just regular people. But the teaching is not that in depth. It's kind of watered down, as I would have suspected with a non-King James, non-denom church. Correct doctrine being preached. It's grace through faith alone, eternal security. So that's good, and I'm very happy to see that. But it's just not that in depth. And then the opposite problem, the other issue that we're having with like even our King James church is the level of fellowship. There just isn't enough fellowship like what I'm used to in our church. And especially as we're new in this area, we want to get to meet other Christians and other people. But what I'm used to in our church that we were, at in Spokane, and I was the pastor there and working on all that, is that we met after church. We would stay in fellowship and have a meal together every single Sunday, and we'd fellowship for a good hour to hour and a half every Sunday. We get to know each other. We'd get to know people. We'd kind of be more intimate, intimately involved with one another, and just praying for one another and doing all these things. That's kind of lacking in any of the churches that I've been to. The issue is you go to church, you worship a little bit, you hear the sermon, you say hi to, maybe for like a minute to people next to you, and then you go home. And that seems to be the extent of it so far. Now, maybe I'm going to get more plugged in here and there, but that's sort of the idea and what we're experiencing. So pray for us that we land in the right church, and we're going to keep, exploring. I'm just going to we've been to like 4 or 5 different churches so far. So keep praying that we find the right fellowship for our family, especially for our kids to get plugged in and to get to know people and meet other people here in the area. And then also, my prayer request, if you guys can pray for us, is that we still have not sold our house in Washington. And we purchased a house here in Florida. So I just felt that was the way, and I still believe that. It got us here, got us into the school year for our kids. We got the right house, I believe, for our family. It's perfect. We love everything. But there is obviously some financial pressure of having 2 mortgages right now. So if you guys can pray for our house to sell in Spokane, Washington. It's a very unique property with land, and so it's not for everybody. But pray that it would sell. That's our number one prayer right now, is for our house to sell. in Spokane at the right price, at top market price, um, the best price possible and quickly. We'd love for it to sell this month. That's our prayer, that it sells this month, if you could be in prayer for that. And also, my other prayer request is for medical health for myself and my family. Just, as you get a little bit older, you start dealing with various, health issues, some chronic, some not, different things that are going on. I don't want to reveal my whole medical history live, but, if you guys can just pray for my health, the health of my children, the health of my family, and again for the sale of our house and finding the right church, plugging into that. That would be greatly appreciated. Wanted to update everyone that listens to me online. God bless you guys. I appreciate your support throughout the years, and I will be coming out with more videos. So thank you all, and God bless.